I'm Austin Hayes. Thank you for scheduling your consult. I look forward to seeing you in the office. This video is meant to provide information to help make your consult more helpful. So hopefully I'll teach you some new things about, for this video, it's going to be breast lift and when somebody needs a lift if they're considering an augmentation. Hopefully I'll teach you some new things. Write down your questions, bring them with you to your consultation appointment. So one of the main questions I get from people who are considering a breast augmentation surgery is whether they need a lift at the time of their augmentation or in addition to their augmentation. And many people have had consults with other doctors. They've been told that they need a lift from one plastic surgeon, but the other plastic surgeons didn't think they need a lift. So I'd like to tell you how I think about breast lifting at the time of augmentation. So if we start with the fundamentals, the one thing to know when performing an augmentation is we want to put the implant right in the footprint of your breast, and the crease below your breast serves as the shelf that is going to hold the implant. So typically I make an incision, it's less than 2 inches long, it's located in the crease below your breast, the implant goes in and then again sits on the shelf. And the next thing we need to ask ourselves is whether your breast will be on top of the implant in its location. When people have no sagging of their breast, of course that looks really nice. The breast is wrapped around the implant completely. When people have a little bit of sagging, the decision of whether to do a lift really depends on their goals. So somebody likes a more natural look, they like to have a little bit of drop to their breast, that person might not have a lift procedure with their augmentation. Whereas someone who comes in who says, hey, I want my nipple right in the center, ideally my breast wouldn't touch, I want the most braless look possible. These are people who are going to have a breast lift with their augmentation. Then there are people who have a degree of sagging that is so much that the breast itself will sag off of the implant's face. So you will see an implant in a higher position and the breast down low. Obviously, that's a person who requires a breast lift. The second question I get when somebody knows they need a breast lift is is this lift performed at the time of the augmentation or is it done separately? We'll talk about this in detail when I see you. It depends on your goals, it depends on your anatomy, how much sagging somebody has, the thickness of their skin, that sort of thing. When they're performed together, the implant is placed and then the lift operation is done right then. The scarring pattern typically goes around the nipple. There's an incision up and down and an incision within the crease. Each incision has a different job. One moves the nipple and then the two others get rid of the side-to-side extra tissue and the up and down extra tissue. We want to specifically make the distance between your nipple and your crease the exact length we want it to be. It makes for a better look, a better shape to your breast. So I hope that helped. We'll talk about this more when I see you. I will examine you and give you my recommendations. I look forward to seeing you in the office. Thank you.